Welcome to Go Math Lesson 2.2. Today we're still looking at comparisons, but we're setting things up so that we can do some operations with our comparisons. We are using models and equations to solve problems. Let's take a look at problem 2 here. It says last month Kim trained 3 times as many dogs as cats. So we're comparing dogs and cats. If the total number of cats and dogs she trained is 27, how many cats did she train? So we're going to set up our model. We can see that Kim trained more dogs, so we'll start with dogs, than she did cats. So we'll put down cats. This part right here tells us how many times the dogs than the cats. So that tells us how many boxes to put. There are 3 boxes for the dogs and only 1 box for the cat. This way our model shows that there are 3 times as many dogs as there are cats. We know that the total of dogs and cats put together is 28. We don't know how many cats and we don't know how many dogs at this point. So we'll put in our n for our unknown because we don't know how many dogs or cats. Now we take a look at our whole picture. We can see that there are 4 n's here and that will equal 28. So 4 groups of n is 28. Now we have to think about our multiplication facts. 4 times what is 28? 4 times 7 is 28, so n equals 7. Now one of the strategies that we used was to use a pen at this point and to fill in what n equals in our model. So now we have n equals 7 for each of these, and that way we won't forget what n is. Now if we look here, we can see we have 7 cats and 7, 14, 21, or 3 groups of 7 to make 21 dogs. Now we go back to the question and it asks us how many cats were trained. And we can look right here, we figured out that there were 7 cats. Now when we look at this problem number 3, it's asking us to use the same information from above, but it's asking us how many more dogs than cats. So we're doing a comparison here. So let me switch back to black here. And we're going to use the diagrams or models that we drew in chapter 1. We start with the dogs again, and then cats. And this time we can put the amount that we figured out in. The dogs, there were 21. The cats were 7. And what we're looking for is right here, and that is the difference. And we need to remember that the difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So if we write our equation here, we have 21 minus 7 equals n. And in this instance, n equals 14. Feel free to come over to the side and solve it vertically if you need to do that. One of the little things that we did, and you can do on your homework, is if you can see over here, I wrote the 21 dogs here and the 7 cats here, and I can find the difference right here and have 14 is the difference. So our answer, we go back to the question, how many more dogs than cats? We would say 14 more dogs. And that is our answer.